Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of Juvia's Place. I'm extremely excited about today's video, so let's get right into it. Alright you guys, so the first thing that we're going to go into is the eyes, and I'm going to be using the Eye Prep Eye Prime eye primer, and a little bit goes a long way with this, along with all of the other Juvia's Place products. So I'm just picking this up on my finger and literally just used a little dot, and I'm going to put this all over my lids with my finger just to prep the eyelids for the eyeshadow. So for the eyeshadow, I'm going to go into the Coffee Shop palette, and these are the colors that are in the palette. Super nice browns. This is probably one of my go-to makeup palettes or eyeshadow palettes that I go into. So the first color that we're going to go into is this light creamy color, and I'm just picking it up on a fluffy brush. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna put this all over my lid just like that, and like on the crease and on top of the crease. So just want to cover up this whole eye. Same for the other eye. And now using this Real Techniques 085 brush, I'm going to go into this light brown shade right here. They don't have any shade names or numbers, so sorry for that, but it's just one of the lightest brown shades that they have in here. And I'm going to put this on my crease, and on my crease only. Just like that, and go back and forth just to make sure that this is nice and blended. We're going to go ahead and do that on the other eye as well, and again just put this color on the crease. And then using that same brush again, I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's just a little bit darker, and I'm going to focus it on the ends and then kind of bring it up into my crease, but really focus it on the ends just to like deepen that area up a little bit more. So same for the other eye. So I'll just do like circular motions at the end and then bring it in to the crease. I just want to do like a nice like brown, just neutral eye look. This is like really like my go-to eyeshadow look. Sometimes I don't do the darker shade, like for like an everyday like going to work type thing, but like on the weekends this is like my go-to eyeshadow look. And I'm just going back and forth to make sure that there's no like harsh lines or anything like that. All right, so that is it for the eyes for now. If I ever want to go in with a little bit of shimmer on the eye, I like to go in with this shade right here, and I just pick it up on my finger and kind of dab it off on the back of my hand, and then just go right into the eyelid. So just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just like that, just press it on the eyelid, and we are done. All right, you guys, so now we're gonna get right into the face. I did not pick up a new primer or setting spray. I did not see any on Juvia's Place store online or at Ulta, so I already prepped my skin. I used a different primer, and now we're going to go into the foundation, and we're going to be using the Natural Radiance foundation. This one is in the shade Caracas, and I'm just going to put this on my finger and then start distributing this on my face. And I know that it looks a little too light for my skin right now, but it oxidizes and it matches my neck. So don't be scared when you're picking this up. When I picked this up in store at Ulta, I remember that, like, it's a thing that I typically do. I'll test it on the inner part of my arm, and I'll literally walk around with it for about anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes to see what the color is actually going to look like once it's nice and set. So don't be scared if you go and pick this up and you're thinking this is too light. Once you swatch it, walk around with it for a little bit and then pick your color accordingly. So I'm just going to be blending this out with a blending sponge. And this foundation smells like watermelon. Like, it smells so good. I love the smell to it. I have worn this before, and the longevity of it is pretty good. I wore it a long time ago, maybe about a month or two ago, so I can't really remember how long I wore it for, but I know that it like stayed on. I guess people are saying that this is a dupe for the Makeup by Mario foundation. I've never used that foundation, so I can't sit here and tell you that it is, but I personally love this foundation, and per usual I am avoiding my under eyes. And then I'm just gonna start bringing this down to my neck. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and apply the concealer. This one is the shade 18, and it's the I Am Magic concealer. I think that they only have one concealer. So we're gonna apply this to the forehead, bridge of the nose, under the eyes, and another thing that they don't have is a color correcting concealer. I really wish that they did, because I love color correcting concealers just because I have such dark under eyes, so I always want that extra coverage, but they do not have any, and I'm a little sad about it, but it's okay. So while we allow the concealer to dry, we're gonna go into the cream bronzer. I am so excited about this cream bronzer. This one is in the shade Caramel. You guys, I have had this put away, not touched for like a month, just because I was saving it for this video, like for when I did the full face of Juvia's Place, and I cannot wait to use this. I've heard like just nothing but good things about this, and I'm excited. So I'm just gonna pick up this Japanese 718 brush. I'm just gonna dip into it very lightly, because again, I've heard that this cream bronzer a little bit goes a long way with it. And then I am also going to tap it on the palm of my hand just to kind of blend it out a little bit. I feel like if I saw the little dot when I first applied it on the palm of my hand and it looked a little harsh. So I'm glad that I did that. And we're just going to warm up the high points of my face. So we're just gonna apply it to the forehead. I'm gonna pick up a little more. Again, still tap it and apply that here. It's super, super creamy. I love it. My little baby hairs are like just all in the way. So let's get a little more and apply it right on the high points of my cheeks. This is gorgeous. Oh my god, I love this. I really, really like this. This is probably gonna become my new like go-to cream bronzer. This shade on me is amazing. So if we are the same skin tone, I would really recommend that you get the caramel shade. This is just, I love it. I'm going to put some on my nose, just on the tip. So like lately I've been doing like a V shape, but since this comes in this little like pot, I'm just going to kind of like stamp it and then go on the sides, go up. Any leftover that I have on my hand, I'm going to pick this up and apply it to my jawline. Just because I honestly don't really like to apply product directly onto my jawline. I feel like my jawline is structured already, so I don't need to really like sharpen it up. So I'll just use whatever is left over. All right, there we go. Please get it if you do not have it. All right, you guys, so now the concealer is nice and dry. So I'm gonna start tapping this into the skin with the Real Techniques 242 Brightening Concealer Brush. And I am just going to tap, like I said. And then I'll probably go in with a damp beauty sponge, but I do always like to go in with a brush first. And I like to go from the top down and then to the sides, just because I want the most like brightening effect on my under eyes. So that's why I always save the under eyes for last. All right, let's get into the under eyes. And this concealer is amazing too. Honestly, I cannot remember if this is a full coverage concealer. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember, and like the packaging itself doesn't say if it is. And by packaging, I mean like the actual product. The packaging, I'm sure said it, but that has been tossed out for like a very long time. I've had this concealer maybe for about like 4 months, and I typically like to use it when I'm going out or something. I don't like to use it as a daily, just because I like to save like my nice good makeup for the weekends. Not saying that any of my other makeup isn't good, but I have like my everyday makeup, like literally I have this like spinner thing. So it's got like the skin prep, the base foundation, powders, the bronzer, blush, and then all the eye stuff. So like when I tell you guys like that's like my everyday makeup, that's what I use every day. And then come the weekend, I use different makeup. So don't think that my other makeup isn't good. I just have like, I have a routine. Okay, so real quickly, I'm just going to go in with the Beauty Blender just to make sure that there is no creases and that everything is nice and blended. This is like an extra step that I like to do just to ensure that there's no creases at all. Trust me, these little extra steps are like amazing for your makeup. Jaclyn Hill taught me. She's always like saying, I love watching her videos. They just get me so hype and like so excited to do makeup. I literally watch her like every morning, and I will rewatch the same video every single morning. But she's like my hype person. Like just the way that like her videos are, I'm just like, I can relate so much because I feel like she's like super like real about like things, if that makes any sense. Like she's like, I don't know, she is just like a huge makeup idol to me. I have been watching her for probably like about 12 years. I know she's been on YouTube for like 13 years. So I started watching her a little bit shortly after she started, and she's just, she's amazing. I personally love her so, so much. My husband's always like, where'd you get that, Jaclyn? And I'm like, yeah. All right, you guys, so now we're gonna go into the blush, and I'm gonna be using the shade Coral Rose for today. And I think you guys already know, you guys have heard about these blushes, the cream blushes. A little bit goes a long way with them. So let me just put one little dot right there and there. Let's start pressing this into the skin. This brush is the Real Techniques 100. I know it's like a cheek brush. It just doesn't say the name on the actual brush, so I can't tell you guys the name of it, but the number is 100. And I'm just going to bring this under the eye and then kind of into the cheekbone and on the side and on top of the forehead. So I just really focus it like C-shaped, just right there, just like that. Same for this side. Just really press it and get it on there. And this is like another thing that I picked up from Jaclyn Hill, is like she puts her blush like under her eyes, and she like, the way that her makeup looks, I love it. It really just all kind of like blends in together, because before I would put like bronzer and then blush, and then like this was just all concealer, and you could tell like where the makeup that I had applied was, because it was just like concealer, blush, cream bronzer, and now it just kind of all just like blends together nicely. So I'm telling you guys, if you guys do not watch Jaclyn Hill, you guys are missing out. I'm really, really hoping that she comes out with more videos, because I genuinely love watching her videos so, so much. So I'm going to really quickly tap some on to the bridge of the nose, and I'm going to go back in with the blending sponge one more time. And now we're going to set the under eyes. So I did not find a loose setting powder in store at Ulta for Juvia's Place, so I'm just gonna go in with this. This is the pressed powder, and I've only used it one other time, but it is amazing. I have this one in the shade Bogota, so I'm gonna grab my powder puff, swirl that in here, and then on the palm of my hand just press that together just to make it nice and smooth, and then we're going to go right into the under eye. And this pressed powder is closer to my skin color or shade. It's not bright. This is just to set the concealer basically. At least that's the way that I'm using it, is just to set my concealer. So I'm going to apply this anywhere else that I put concealer. All right, there we go. And now we're gonna go into the bronzer, and I got my hands finally on the Duo bronzer. This was out of stock on the Juvia's Place website for so long, and then I was looking for it at Ulta, and I was gonna do like an order pickup, and it was saying that it was out of stock, and I was gonna go in for something else. So I was like, you know what, like I'm just gonna go in and look, and sure enough they had them in stock. So I was like, why is Ulta lying to me and telling me that they do not have them in stock when they do? Like, I remember I sent a picture to my husband, and I was like, they literally have like so many. It's not like just one that like maybe got miscounted or got misplaced, or I don't know. I was mad because I was like, I've been trying to get my hands on this for the longest time ever, and I could have had this probably like a while ago. All right, you guys, so these are the shades that are in this Duo blush bronzer palette. This one is, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, the shade Tan. So I'm just gonna pick that up with this brush right here. I think I'm gonna go in first with the shade, the lightest shade, and I'm just going to tap off the excess and press it on the back of my hand, just because I don't want to go in with the darker shade first in case that it's too dark. I don't think it'll be too dark though. Let's just try it. Should be good. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. I'm loving the warmth that it's giving. So we're just going to apply this on top of the cream bronzer. Oh yes, I love this. I seriously love, I don't think that there's ever been anything Juvia's Place that I don't like. Everything that I've tried, I seriously love. Like, I love it. Then we're gonna pick up a little more and put that on the jawline. Perfect. So now we're gonna go into the blush, and I'm going in with the Volume 1, and these are the shades that are in it. My daily blush color is the orange shade, so we're gonna pick that up with the Real Techniques 070 brush. Just gonna tap that in. This is a lot. I picked up way too much, and tap off on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to apply this on the higher point of my cheek and onto the side. So just like that. So see how literally like what I picked up, I'm distributing between both sides of the face. This is how pigmented it is. Like, I feel like anything Juvia's Place is just super pigmented, and I am not mad at it. We're gonna put that on the bridge of the nose too. There we go. All right, you guys, so next I'm going to set my face with a setting spray. Like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do not have a Juvia's Place setting spray, so I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm also going to go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera with the Eyeline I Define eyeliner in the shade Black. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, so I realized while I was doing my eyeliner that I also did not pick up a mascara or any false lashes, so I went ahead and did my mascara. So now we're gonna go into the lips, and I'm going to be using this Luxe liner in the shade Brownie. So we're just gonna start lining the lips. Right, and now for the lip color, these little mini lipsticks are my favorite. This one is in the shade Bronzed Maple. This is probably my favorite shade. I did order another one because that's literally how much I love this thing. I really wish that they had it in the like in a bigger size, because this feels like it would be like a travel size, but look at how gorgeous that is. It's like the perfect like burnt orange shade. And like just these two colors, like the brownie lip liner and this burnt orange shade, just mix together perfectly. All right, so real quickly, I'm going to do some finishing touches to the eyes, and I'm going to be going in with this pencil brush and right back into that first shade that we went in with. And I'm going to put this on the lower lash line, just to make my eyes appear a little bit bigger. And you can bring it down as much as you want to. I think that I always bring it down about this much. It really depends on the day for me, how low I bring it. Alrighty. And then I'm gonna go in with this Real Techniques 075 brush, and that shimmery shade that we have right here, I'm going to pick that up on this brush and put this on the inner corner, just like that. There we go. All right, you guys, and that is all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. Please comment down below what else you would like to see, and if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button too. And with that being said, I will see you all on my next video.